Hey you guys, I'm Joyce Shulman and I am thrilled to be here as part of the I Am Mom Summit to talk to you today about why walking is magic for moms. But before we dig into that, a little bit about me. I am the mom of two kids. My son just left for college this past fall, and let me tell you, everybody says it's such a cliche that it goes so fast, but let me tell you guys, it goes so fast. And my daughter just started high school. So again, big transitions, big changes around here. I'm also the founder of Macaroni Kid, which if you're unfamiliar with us, Macaroni Kid publishes hyper-local, community-focused newsletters and websites featuring everything happening for kids and families in 570 communities across the country and in Canada. And more recently, earlier this year, I co-founded a company with my husband called 99 Walks, and we are on a mission to get 1 million women walking. And I'm going to talk today about why that is, why walking is so important, why walking is magic for moms. Let's start with what walking does for you physically. And it's such a simple thing. It's just about lacing up your sneakers and walking out the door. And that simple practice can literally add years to your life. So walking has been shown to reduce your risk of high blood pressure, reduce your risk of diabetes, reduce your risk of dementia. It helps build stronger bones, and it makes you overall healthier. Of course, it's also super supportive for weight loss and weight control. Walking is so powerful for your body that one study has shown that a regular walking practice can add up to 7 years to your life. 7 years. So that's just some of what walking can do for your body. Let's talk a little bit about what walking can do for your mood. Walking has been shown to be a very powerful tool in the treatment and management of depression. Now, if you're suffering from a major depression, there is nothing that's going to substitute for getting professional help. But as part of that journey, as part of that help, as part of that treatment, walking can be very, very powerful. And simply to combat a bad mood, to raise your level of happiness, to lift your spirit, there are few things that work as well as walking out the door. That's partly from being in nature, and it's partly from the happy hormones that you get from walking, the endorphins and the oxytocin and the dopamine and all of those things that make you feel better. So walking is really powerful for your body. Walking is really powerful for your mood. And walking is also really powerful for your mind. Walking has been shown to improve your ability to make good decisions. It's been shown to increase your energy. It's been shown to fuel your creativity. A really interesting study just last year out of Stanford University showed that walking can have a profound impact on your ability to generate creative ideas. So for those of you who say, I come up with my best ideas while I'm in the shower, or I come up with my best ideas while I'm out walking, you are 100% right. One of the tricks to that is be sure you capture those ideas when you get home from a walk. Or I actually use the voice memo function on my phone or on my watch all the time to capture those creative thoughts. As somebody once said to me, she's a writer, and she said she's written some of her best work in her head while she's been out walking. And she said if she doesn't capture it just when she gets in the house, it goes down the drain with the sweat. So be sure to capture those great ideas that you may have. Okay, so walking is great for your body, walking is great for your mood, and walking is great for your mind. But there's one last piece of the puzzle, and that is what walking with other people can do for you. So earlier this year, we undertook a study that we called the State of Mom, and we surveyed 2,300 women, most of them moms, and we asked them a slew of questions about their wellness, about their happiness. And what we discovered is that 73% of them responded and said that they experienced loneliness. And that is not inconsistent with what we're seeing in all kinds of research. We are facing a loneliness epidemic in this country. In fact, a study reported at UC Berkeley says that 1 out of 4 Americans feel like they don't have a single close friend in the world. That is a lot of people. And you guys, if you are experiencing loneliness, at least know that you are not alone in that. And being a mom can be really lonely. It can be really isolating. I remember those early days when my kids were young and it was so hard to get out of the house. And I missed my old life. I missed my old connections. I missed my feeling of productivity. And frankly, I missed hanging out with adults. And you have to work so much harder as a mom to make that time, to carve out the time. And that's part of why walking is so valuable, walking with other people. Okay, so the State of Mom study, 73% of us are lonely. But we learned another fact, and that was this. Moms who reported that they regularly walked with their friends also reported that they were 2.5 times less likely to feel very lonely. 2.5 times. So what that tells us is that the act of getting together with other women, other moms, and walking together is incredibly powerful as well. There are a host of reasons for that, but I believe that it starts with simply prioritizing your health and wellness and your need to connect with other people, with other women, to share those experiences and to share those stories. I always say that one of the reasons I love to walk with my friends, and no surprise, I do that a lot. In fact, just this morning I walked 3 miles with a very dear friend who I don't see nearly enough of. When I walk with my friends, it checks 3 boxes at one time, right? I get to be outside in nature, and being in nature is so restorative and so powerful and so good for you. I get to spend time with my friends, and I have found that the conversations that we have while walking, they travel the course of everything. We talk about everything. We talk about relationships. We talk about our kids. We talk about our work. We talk about politics. We talk about our husbands. We talk about everything. So you get the opportunity to be out in nature, which is incredibly restorative. You get the opportunity to spend time connecting with a friend, which is really valuable and so important. And you also get exercise. And we're busy, right? So the opportunity to do all of those things, to check all those 3 boxes at one time, is incredibly powerful. So how do you find the time? How do you make the time? And there's a big difference, right? We talk so much about finding the time, if I could only find the time. But you guys, here's the thing. You can't wait to find the time to take care of yourselves. You have to make the time to take care of yourselves. How do you do that? Well, first of all, you have to recognize that it's a priority. You have to understand that taking the time to invest in your fitness and your wellness and your mental health and mood has benefits for your whole family. You are not just doing this for yourself. You are doing this so that you are able to show up in the best possible way for your family. So number 1 is accepting and recognizing that taking care of yourself is a top priority. And if you won't do it for yourself, you do it because it's the only thing that will enable you to really take care of the people you care about most. And once you recognize that, then you have to make the time. Not find the time, make the time. You put it on your calendar. You schedule it. You ask your partner to be a partner and watch the kids while you go out and take that walk. You team up with friends and take 20 minutes. You watch little Timmy for 20 minutes. I'm going to go walk around the neighborhood, and then I'll watch Timmy and Susie for 20 minutes while you go take that walk, if there's no way to do it together. If you have kids who sleep in a stroller, if you've got little ones who can sleep in a stroller, load them up and take them out the door. Don't squander that time. Make the most of it. And I know you're tired. Believe me, I know. I have been there. I'm there all the time. But I promise you, and you just have to trust me on this, taking a walk will invigorate you. No matter how tired you are, walking out your door for 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes will fuel your energy and make you feel better. And the last way to look at it, I say you have to make the time, but you also can try to find the time. So I'll tell you a quick story. When my daughter was younger, she used to take a gymnastics class once a week. And there was a window, so the parents sat behind the window and watched the kids in the gymnastic class. And of course, my daughter loved for me to be there and watch the whole class because kids love for you to watch what they're doing. But it occurred to me at some point that she was performing for me. And I don't know that it was distracting from her experience, but it occurred to me that I didn't actually want that to be her experience. I wanted her to be in gymnastics, to be with her friends, to learn some new skills, to have some physical activity. And I didn't want her so focused on the fact that I was watching. So instead, I began to take her to class. I would get her settled, and then I would go walk for 30 minutes, and then I would still be back to watch the last 15 minutes of her class. And everybody got what they needed. I got a walk, and she got both the opportunity to focus on herself as well as the opportunity for me to watch some of what she did. There are windows of opportunity in your week and in your day, and it is up to you to make your fitness and your wellness a priority through the very simple act of lacing up your sneakers and walking out the door. As I mentioned earlier this year, we founded a company called 99 Walks. We are on a mission to get 1 million women walking. I would love for you guys to be part of that community. You can join. We have an open Facebook group, 99 Walks. Join us there. You can learn a little bit about what goes on in the community and sort of soak in some of the inspiration, because this is a community of women who are not only walking their way to better, but are encouraging each other, supporting each other in an incredibly beautiful way. So I would love for you to learn more about what we're doing. If it inspires you, we have a podcast called The Weekly Walk Podcast. And every week we are on this mission to encourage you guys to take care of yourselves and begin to walk your way to better. So try it. Trust me, it will fuel so many different aspects of your life. I would love to hear from you personally. You can find me on social media, Joyce R. Shulman on Instagram or on Twitter. And I look forward to hearing about your journey. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you guys at the I Am Mom Summit for putting together this incredible group of thought leaders and inspiration, and for supporting moms, because it is so important that we support one another. Thanks, you guys, and try it. Go walk your way to better.